In reality, there's a lot of innovation and invention within hybrid barley seeds. We've come a long way since we first started. We initially started with some small packets of seed and some research publications, and it's taken 20 years of work in places like the polytunnels where we are here, working in fields and working in laboratories, to come to the situation where we are today, where we're selling thousands of tons of hybrid seed. The big difference between hybrids and inbred varieties is that a hybrid is a cross between two distinct lines and essentially brings the best characteristics of both lines into the seed that the farmer buys. Barley doesn't normally do that by choice, so we had to introduce a complex set of genetics into the parents of hybrid barley, which allowed them to cross-pollinate rather than the normal state, which is to self-fertilise. We also had to grow and test many hundreds of thousands of plants in order to find the very best ones.
The art behind the science is to go in the field with these hundreds of millions of plants and see this could be the one which is the right one. Biotechnology helps us really to speed up the process. We can directly look into the genome of the plants and select those plants which are carrying the characters we want to have. And fast development of varieties means we are able to bring the yield gain of new hybrids much faster to the farm.
Essentially, the plants that grow from the seed are bigger and stronger than the plants grown from conventional barley seed. And that brings better rooting, better use of nutrients, better resistance to stress, and ultimately better yield. And we're still the first and only group in the world who've been able to bring those benefits of hybrid vigour to the cereal seed market. There were a number of key moments that occurred during our development of hybrid barley. The one moment that really sticks in my mind is when we were able to stand in the middle of a 1 hectare scale hybrid barley seed production, and we could look at the parent plants that we'd developed in the polytunnel and the laboratory, working more or less at a farm scale. It was at that moment really that we realised that hybrid barley could work commercially.
Since we brought the first hybrids to market, we really ramped up R&D because hybrid barley turned out to be such a successful and such an exciting piece of science, and today we have 3 breeding stations all over Europe, in France, in Germany and in UK. This gives us, of course, a lot of opportunities. These different breeding stations and these different environments of selection help us to select really on the spot the right varieties for all the markets we are representing.
I was privileged to be involved in hybrid barley right from the early days, and it was very exciting to see as the breeding programs were bringing this new technology towards the commercial market. We're now seeing in the ground at the moment 1 in 5 of the feed barley fields are actually in hybrid barley. And with the changes and improvements we've made in production and supply, we're looking to increase that significantly further.
Syngenta is investing heavily in the Hyvido system, and this shows already the confidence we have in the hybrid concept in barley breeding. So the future of hybrid barley is for us really to make it even broader than it is today. We are now looking into new areas. We are trying to develop hybrid barley as a pan-European concept. Now we are looking outside into countries where they do not grow winter barley but spring barley, or where they do not even grow barley. And so we really think that this is just the beginning of a successful and great story.
A really proud moment came last year when a farmer approached me and said, "With your high-yielding hybrid barley, you've really revolutionised barley production on my farm." It was at that moment that I realised that we'd really done something that could make a difference.